Attention educators, Twin Rivers now has access to Brisk Teaching, so watch this video for a short overview. To start using Brisk, first you want to go to briskteaching.com and go ahead and click on the Get Started Free. That'll prompt you to log in, use your Google login, and it's going to have you download your extension. Once you've downloaded your extension, go ahead and pin it up at the top by clicking on that little puzzle piece. And then scroll down to Brisk and just click on the little pin guy. And now you notice that my Brisk is now pinned. So now anything that I'm working on, say it's a blank Google document or a Google document with something on it, my little Brisk guy, Chrome extension, appears down at the bottom right. And you can move that around if you'd like. It'll also appear on anything I'm working on in my workspace. So for example, an article on the internet. There it is. Now let's look at everything that Brisk can do. So I'm back in my blank document, but again, you can be on anything. The Brisk works across all of your workspace. So if I click on my little Brisk extension button down at the bottom right, notice I have so many options here. I can create all kinds of instructional materials using this menu here. I could do it directly from the prompt, so I can just type in exactly what I want Brisk to do. So make me a slide deck, make me an exit ticket, make me some discussion questions. I can do that directly in this prompt here, or I can click this create button and it gives me all kinds of options of things that I can do. For example, a presentation or a podcast, rubric, progress report, translation, some SBAC practice tests. I can even have it make newsletters for me, letters of recs. And then some interventions. You can do IEP goal plans or MTSS strategies. Lots of options in that create button. You can create anything you want. If it's not on here, again, just use the prompt up at the top. Don't forget, you can also create on any website. Just hit that Brisk button and create. Again, you can do a slide deck, an exit ticket, anything you can think of that you want some instructional materials for whatever you're working on, you can go ahead and Brisk it. Say you already have something, a PDF of an article or curriculum that you want to use. You can also do that by uploading it here. So download your PDF, attach it here, so you could upload photos and files, or if it's in your Google Drive, and then use that create button to create all sorts of instructional materials based on your curriculum, article, whatever that PDF had. Now here's where Brisk really shines. Say you have something that the students turned in via Google Classroom, you open it up, it looks like a Google Doc, click that Brisk extension, and my second option here is give feedback. You can do a couple of different types of feedback. So targeted, you can do glows and grows, rubric criteria, even rubric criteria with scoring, where you upload your own rubric and it will score it based on your criteria, or gives the students next steps for suggestions. I'll show you a quick rubric scoring here. I've put in some criteria that I want so you can really hone in what you want and how you want Brisk to give feedback. If it looks good, go ahead and click Give Feedback. And here's my Brisk generated. So it used my criteria, it used my scoring, it scored it for me. I can copy that all and put it in like Google Classroom as a private comment, or I can choose to insert it and it inserts it right up at the top of that document, and you can edit this as well. Always, always check your feedback before giving back to students. Brisk also has this handy dandy batch feedback option. So the batch feedback allows you to select all of the submissions for a particular assignment in Google Classroom and upload all of them at the same time, and Brisk will give feedback on all of them. So you can do batch feedback directly from Google Classroom, again, to give feedback for an entire assignment for all your students instead of doing it one at a time like I just showed you. Huge time saver. Another very handy tool in Brisk is its Inspect Writing tool. So this will give you a play-by-play, so keystroke by keystroke, of how this student typed out this essay. And it will also show you, notice here at the end, a giant copy and paste section. So down at the bottom, it'll show those copy and paste, so 2 large copies and pastes. It'll tell you how many edits the student made, how long it took them to write this. So this isn't a gotcha, it's just a nice conversation starter and a really good way to see how students are progressing on their writing. You can also quickly re-level the text of anything that you're working on by clicking on Change Level. It'll assess what reading level that document is, and then you can choose what reading level you'd like it to be at. Click on your grade level, Click save, and then change reading level. We'll scale that down or up depending on what you want to do. Brisk can also create engaging student activities. So for example, I'm on a YouTube video here. I want the students to interact with this video. So I'm going to click on Boost Activity. And you got lots of options here. You can use it as a tutor, do a whiteboard where they have to draw and then get feedback, debate. They can do real world math problems. Say I just want an exit ticket, or have them do some writing coach activities, or even next steps. I just want to use this as an exit ticket. So I'm going to click that, click create from YouTube video. It's going to identify 3 learning objectives, AI guardrails, and scaffolding for students. And all of this is editable. What it looks like on the student end, they can watch this video now, and then Brisk Boost will have them answer questions over in the chat as they watch the video. Students have their learning objectives here, and it'll tell them whether or not they're meeting those learning objectives based on their responses in the chat. And that's just one thing you can do with Brisk Boost. Go try out the rest. And last but certainly not least is this Get Teaching Ideas. If you click on that, it's going to take you over to Brisk Next, where it'll give you a bunch of teaching ideas here. Here's some preparation. Here's a slide deck. Here's a project. Here's a podcast based on that website article that I was on, or some Brisk Boost activities, some assessments, all kinds of ideas. If what you want isn't here, you can go ahead and chat with it to get more ideas, to use Brisk as kind of a thought partner in preparing your lessons or activities for students. It's really a gold mine of ideas. And that's a real quick Brisk overview. Let me know if you have any questions.